Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Luke Ness Monster, and today we will be reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series Wrecker. And now, this is a figure I've been waiting for quite a while. I've seen reviews up on YouTube almost 2 months ago now, and I am just now getting my shipment from Hasbro Pulse. So, yeah, he is a little late, but he's going to look good with the rest of the Bad Batch nonetheless. So, we already do actually have a few pieces of tape cut on this. I haven't fully opened it yet, because I figured why not just film the review before I actually open it, and y'all can get my first impressions. But first, let's take a close look at the box. We do have the Black Series logo at the top, Wrecker, and the Bad Batch at the bottom. We do have this amazing I guess like a artwork of Wrecker on the side, looking nice. You can pause and read the bio if you like. We do have that exact same Bad Batch artwork with the number 5 there, because he is number 5 in the Bad Batch line. Not a whole lot going on here. Here's a little code, I guess, if you did want to try to scan that at different stores to try to find it. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get this guy open. So like I said, I already do have 2 pieces of tape cut here, but there's only 2 left, so... Oh, these 2, I guess, are already cut? Huh. I didn't cut those. That's funky, but... Here we go, we do have him out. And we are just going to set this stuff aside. So we do have Wrecker out of the box. I do have to say, honestly, I am pretty impressed with this figure. He just feels really, really great to hold and move around. I don't know what it is about the figure, but he is definitely a bulkier figure, and I will get into that a little bit more, whether he's actually worth that $30 price point or not. But yeah, this guy is a pretty sick figure. He obviously does come with some accessories too, a removable helmet, so we will get all into that in the video, but yeah. He is looking really, really cool. So let's actually pop him off the stand there and take a close look at all the detail that this figure has. Alright, so taking a closer look at this figure, he is a pretty big guy, so I will do like a comparison. Here's him next to just a standard 6-inch Stormtrooper, so he's about, honestly, pretty close to the same size. I believe, obviously, he is a chunkier figure. He just has like thicker arms, thicker limbs, and yeah, he's just a bigger figure, and that's not a bad thing. I actually really, really like that. But as you can compare the size of these 2 figures, is it really worth an extra, I think it's $8 compared to like the $22 standard price for a figure to the $30 deluxe figure? I don't think it is, because it's not that much difference. Obviously, like I said, he is just a thicker, taller figure, but is it really worth $8? I don't know. Anyway, taking a close look at his head sculpt here, he is looking really, really good. I can definitely see the Tamora Morrison like resemblance in the figure, and I actually really, really dig it. I really like how they kind of mixed the Clone Wars and the Tamora Morrison style, and I think it came out perfectly. He does have like the mold for the big scar on the side of his head, but it's not painted. They missed an opportunity there to paint that. You can see it's molded in, and it just looks really, really weird with it not being painted. They kind of painted it on like the nose face area, but on the side they did not at all. I do actually really like the eye scar as well. Looking really good. I just love his childish smirk he has. Flipping it around, we do have, of course, Bad Batch logo with like the 99. Same on that shoulder. And then the rest is pretty standard armor. He does have his backpack here, which does look really cool as well. Putting on the helmet, this helmet does look really, really good. It looks a little bit bigger than it should, but I actually really like it. I think it adds a little bit more bulk to the figure, and if you actually zoom out, it doesn't look that bad. It makes it look like he has no neck, unfortunately, but I don't think that's a huge problem. The biggest problem is that the helmet, I feel like, doesn't go on all the way. As you can tell, like, I'm pushing all the way down on this, and you can still see a little bit of it. You can mess with the angles and get it on a little bit better where his like collar covers it up, but there are some angles where you are going to see like his chin sticking out. But I do love the helmet. Helmet looks really, really nice. It's a lot different than a standard clone helmet, and I like that. I love the whole 99 and like the whole like skull kind of vibe it has going on, and it looks pretty cool. I do like his helmet. Taking a look at his articulation, he does have a ball at the head and at the neck, so he's getting a whole ton of range of motion at the head area. You're not going to have any problems there. His arm does go all the way around. I would be careful because this piece of armor is on like a little ring on the inside, and with enough like spinning this thing around, it will eventually snap, but it can go all the way around. I'm not going to do that right now. It can go all the way up though, which I'm glad they're making all their clones able to do this. He also does have about a little bit over 90 at the elbow, looking nice. He does have a nice like flex going on there, and at the wrist he has swivel, and then his right wrist here is a vertical hinge. While it is very, very faint, he does have it. He does have some crunch here, and a little bit swivel and crunch. This whole like chest armor piece is its own separate piece. It's kind of like just floating on there. It's not really connected, but it fits on really well and allows him to get a little bit more articulation out of that crunch. Moving down to the legs, he can kick up surprisingly far, which I do really, really like. He can kick back not as far, and he can actually do this pretty close to the splits, which is pretty impressive as well. And he is on that single jointed leg, which means he can get a pretty solid, a little over 90 degrees at the knee, and then he does have hinge and rocker at the foot. So yeah, honestly, a pretty solid figure for articulation. Taking a close look at the accessories, he does of course only come with his knife and his commando blaster, and unfortunately the commando blaster in the Black Series is way too small. It is a very small mold, and it definitely shows here, and I'm just not a huge fan of it. It is a very good mold, it's just way too small, and especially when you put it in the hands of like a big person like Wrecker, it definitely looks like a tiny pistol compared to it, and it just comes off kind of weird. The knife is very, very nice, so it's a very longer like dagger kind of knife, and it fits really well into his ankle sheath, so pretty happy about that. Accessories aren't bad. I think the really only other thing I would have liked to get were some alternate hands, because he uses his fists a lot to fight, but he doesn't have any fisted hands. He has the open ones, so it's like kind of weird to get him in poses like that. Anyway, here he is next to the only other two Bad Batch members that I have. I don't have Tech yet, unfortunately, but we do have him next to Hunter and Crosshair. And man, he looks so good next to the other two. I cannot wait to complete the whole Bad Batch squad once we get Tech, and eventually Echo once he's revealed, and farther down the line Omega as well. But man, I actually really liked the Bad Batch TV show, despite what some people said. I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to get some more figures for the Bad Batch line. But yeah, this squad here is looking really, really nice. And here he is also next to the Elite Squad Trooper, since he is also, I guess, one of the bad guys from the Bad Batch show. Unfortunately, I don't have Imperial Crosshair yet either, because his pre-orders haven't shipped to the US yet. He is looking really good next to Wrecker as well. So yeah, overall I do really like this figure. I'm going to give him a 4.5 out of 5. He would have got that extra 0.5 if he did have the painted side of the face with the scar. That would have just enhanced the figure so much, but unfortunately he doesn't, and it is a real shame, because that is really the only flaw that I see in this figure. He is a very, very good figure. The articulation is great. The mold is very, very accurate and very, very cool. Unfortunately, like I said, he is a $30 figure, and I don't think he's worth that extra $8, but he's so, I guess, just a good quality figure in my opinion. I'm going to let it slide on this one. But yeah, he looks so good next to the other members of the Bad Batch, and I cannot wait to get Tech to go with him. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.